Vault Dweller! Vault Dweller!
Daisy, what's the situation?
Compiling threat assessment. My senses are detecting 32 hostiles in close proximity. Risk of death by blunt trauma, high. Risk of death by gunshot, high. Risk of death through strangulation, high. Risk of...
Ask your doggone if we're safe in here.
Risk of immediate breach, 13%.
Good, so I won't die now, just die later.
I figured the Vault Dweller android would come here to breed himself an army. But I'm impressed he managed to succeed so quickly.
You're observant, Storyteller, I'll give you that. But no one could have anticipated this. How did you even know the android was coming to Vault 108 in the first place? Is there something you're not telling us?
Several days ago, when we were setting up camp, Daisy said something that caught my attention. She said she detected nearby life forms that could outlive her, but Edna was the only other robot nearby. Had Daisy been human, I would have written it off as an honest mistake. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I went for a walk to clear my head. I started mulling over the mission and got to thinking about the android and how he always seemed to be just one step ahead of us. The more I thought about it, the more it bugged me. The story just wasn't adding up.
Storyteller's right. I hate to say it. The Vault Dweller's dog cart was a faster way to get around the Wasteland than my highwaymen. Android could have left us far behind him.
And every time we arrived on the scene, it looked like the android had just left.
On a hunch, I checked my armor's data storage. Sure enough, my files had been tampered with. Specifically, my data regarding androids, clones, the Institute, and Vault 108.
The android? Did it?
Yes. My guess is that it stuck close to us long enough to find a way to hack the data I've been gathering. It's probably learned a lot about the Wasteland. That explains how it found the location of this vault. He would know the location of the Institute by now too, but luckily I use a heavy encryption to protect my more sensitive data files. It seems your NCR intel was correct, Ranger. Your android is trying to get to the Commonwealth. He's been using us to do it.
I was sent to hunt down the android and stop it from reaching the East Coast. You're telling me we've been helping it this whole time?
So the Vault Dweller played us for fools.
You signed our death warrants the moment you let us walk into this trap. Why didn't you warn us?
Because despite how bad things might look right now, this isn't a trap set for us.
Huh? Vault Dweller? Vault Dweller.
Well, hello there. Looks like we caught some boys with their pants down. Light 'em up!
I called in a few favors. You'll have to forgive me for not speaking up sooner. Once I found out that the android was spying on us, I had to keep my mouth shut.
You actually kept your mouth shut about something? I'm impressed. I don't know what kind of ace you've got up your sleeve, Storyteller, but it's working. The clones are clearing out. Look. If we make our push now, we might be able to catch the android before it realized what's happened.
Why? Why are you still hunting me?
You've been following me for 3,000 miles, so I take it I don't need to introduce myself. The three of you have been very persistent. You, old man. You're that guy I saw with the broken down car back on I-15.
If I knew you'd get it running, I would have
Shot me in the back without even looking me in the eye. I knew the homicidal gene runs strong in you and your kin.
I might have just stolen the car, or convinced you to sell it to me at a steep discount, all our options. I opted to leave you be.
Surely you of all people could understand, old-timer. All I want is to live free of the NCR, to be left alone. And are you two some sort of Brotherhood NCR coalition? Here to rob me of that freedom?
We're here to administer justice.
Yes, I escaped the NCR's cage and you would have done the same. The ranger here hunts me out of her sense of duty. I don't hold it against her. Dedication is important. After all, my first self contributed to the founding of your republic. But you, Brotherhood, why are you here? Surely a man of your knowledge and skill would be better spent elsewhere.
I always wanted to meet the Vault Dweller, or at least his shadow. I heard rumors of your silver tongue. They say the Vault Dweller could charm a bird out of a tree. I could see now the stories weren't exaggerated.
I merely play the hand I've been dealt.
Does that include murdering the innocent?
I did what I had to do to be free.
That might help you rationalize the scientists you butchered. But you didn't stop with them, did you? What about the other innocent people you killed to get here? Weren't they just people who wanted to live free of the NCR?
What happened to the Luddites was regrettable. But I was left with no other choice. Your highwayman gave me quite the chase. My pursuers were hot on my trail, and I had no time to tiptoe my way through King Lud's territory.
Liar!
We know you've been taking it slow on purpose, gathering intel and keeping an eye on us.
You hacked my power armor to discover the location of Vault 108. The fact that you're standing here now confirms it.
I did do that, didn't I? Answer me this, Brotherhood. If you knew I found a way to remotely hack your armor's operating matrix, why did you even bother showing up today?
I tried to reason with you. Clearly that wasn't in the cards today.
Luckily, my technical skills are a lot more reliable. I was able to enhance some of the cyber dogs I found in Denver.
You'll find that their bite is a lot worse than their bark. Good luck.
Daisy! Suppressive fire! Something's wrong. Daisy's targeting us all over the place.
I can't get a clean shot! Get over here, you mangy mutt! Sorry you had to see that, Ranger. Know you fancy yourself a dog lover.
Those weren't dogs. They were monsters. I think you just saved my life.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Now we gotta find where the... Junior!
I haven't lived long, but if you think I'm a prodigy now, just imagine what I could become at the Institute. I'm not running from you anymore, Ranger.
You don't have to. Daisy?
Yes, Tanner?
Sick 'em. What are you waiting for, Daisy? He shot Junior! Kill him!
I'm sorry, Tanner. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What? Why?
Because I've been a bad, bad dog.
Ugh.
I've been knocked unconscious before, you know. Not one of my fonder memories.
Where am I?
You're right where I found you. Passed out on the floor of this vault.
No doubt sleeping on the job while we do all the hard work.
You remember Scribe Bigsley.
Sentinel Lions and I got your message. Oh, did you really have to encrypt it?
I was afraid Edna might be intercepted. It was necessary.
It was a pain in my ass, that's what it was. I cracked your coordinates quickly, but the Pride here, they had to drag me along until I decrypted the rest. Oh my God. It was real fun running around the Wasteland, so you know what? Thanks for that.
Is it true? Were you really chasing an android clone hybrid? Did it create all those clones we fought back there?
Yes. And by the looks of it, he got away. Again.
He left behind a holodisk addressed to you. It says your friend Tanner is being held hostage.
Tanner's gone.
Appears so. The message went on to say that she won't be returned until you've guided him to the Institute. He says he'll be close by, watching you.
What about Junior and Daisy?
I don't know who Daisy is, but Junior... Well, I don't know how else to say this. He didn't make it. What are you gonna do now?
The only thing I can do. I'm going to see this story through till the end.
You know we can't help you.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get you resupplied, and then you're on your own.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap. Thank you so much for sticking around for the Season 3 finale of our show. Special thanks to Wes Johnson, Heather Marie Marsden, Chris Avalone, Brian Fargo, Josh Sawyer, and Tim Kaine for all their cameos this season. It's been one hell of a ride. With Fallout 4 on the horizon, we look to the future. Many of you have been crying out for the Storyteller to make an appearance in Fallout 4, and while we think this is never going to happen, it did get us thinking. Now that mods are coming to both PC and consoles, we don't really have to wait for Bethesda to put the Storyteller in Fallout. We could just do it ourselves. What if we were the ones that put the Storyteller in Fallout 4? A mod like that might be played by tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands. If that idea sounds as amazing to you as it does to me, then we should just fucking do it. On Patreon, we've added a new goal. Put the Storyteller in Fallout 4. If we reach it, we'll have the support we need to hire and coordinate an entire team to develop whole quest mods centered around the Storyteller and his adventures. If we don't reach the goal, then we'll at least take the money we did raise to commission a Storyteller companion mod for Fallout 4. So it's a win-win either way. As always, every dollar we receive through Patreon goes directly into bringing you more awesome quality fan-made content. That is our vision, and it'll continue to be our vision moving forward into Fallout 4. No matter what, when the Storyteller returns for Season 4, he'll be focusing on the new lore introduced with the latest game. It's going to be better than ever and filmed entirely in Fallout 4's new game engine. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates on the next season, and on behalf of us all, thanks for watching.
Yeah, I've got a lot more to bitch about. But you know what? That's a story for another day.